the latest episode of Money Mania, live here at Seamless Europe with Enfuce. I'm your host, Ixa Nembang, and today our next guest is Sabrina Szabo from ThinSlices. So Sabrina, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about ThinSlices in a nutshell.
Sure. Thank you for having us. So ThinSlices is one of your partners. We are a product development company. We do many things, but what we do best is help usually startups launch new products to market. And we have a good track record in the fintech space, from neobanks to SME banks to any service that wants to embed financial services into their offering. And now we are looking to expand into the non-financial space.
Perfect. So you're on a mission to deliver great products that create an end-to-end digital banking experience, like you said. What does great look like to customers today, do you think?
Sure. So I guess speed is the first one that comes to mind, especially for startups. They need to launch quick, test, reiterate. User experience also is very important because user expectations have grown a lot in recent years thanks to the competition on the market. So we take a great interest in providing great customer experiences. Simplicity is also important. In the current environment, people would expect their products to work seamlessly. They wouldn't have a feel to see that they are in a financial application. They would just need to go through the end-to-end user flow, experiencing a transparent service, a secure service, fast-to-market service, and something that would create a habit in them. I think habits are very important. And if we are talking about fintech, especially whatever comes with analytics or education around how they should act with their money, I think it's very important and value-added proposition.
At events like Seamless, at Money 2020 as well, we hear the phrase embedded finance thrown in many conversations. So what do you think is important to keep in mind when it comes to this little bit of invisible payments?
I guess the answer lies in the question. It's the invisible aspect. I think that's great about embedded finance, that users never feel it. They never feel they're using a financial product. They're using their usual e-commerce website or ride-sharing application, and they can have the full service into one platform. I think it's also important to keep in mind that embedded finance unlocks fintech for all. Usually people would go to traditional banking institutions for this kind of services, but now they can get an end-to-end experience within, as I mentioned before, buy now, pay later when they want to buy a new fridge, or an automotive mobile application where they can get a loan or pay for EV charging or parking or anything like that. So any sort of payment, but beyond payment as well, is important to remember, that can go cross-border, cross-industries. And that's why I think embedded finance holds the biggest value nowadays.
No, absolutely. I agree. And I think that's what causes so much buzz around it too, because of how interesting it is. And so lastly, here being at Seamless in Munich, what trends are you seeing at the show here, and any predictions in our industry going into 2025, do you think?
Sure. So obviously the buzzword of AI was all over the place. This is what we all expect. And I think it's a great addition for our industries, because how I see AI is using the data that comes through all these banking transactions and leveraging it in different ways. I guess it depends on how creative companies are, and that's where the market will take us. Also, I think digital wallets as a financial hub is something that I see as a trend for 2025. I expect digital wallets to go beyond and have savings or credit or investment portfolios added to them. And I see companies like PayPal, Apple, or Google expanding their digital wallet offering afterwards and embedding all of these services into one. The second trend, obviously embedded finance, because we already touched on it. I see this to grow even more, to expand across industries. And same goes for decentralized finance, I would say.
No, absolutely. And I agree with all those points. Thanks so much for sharing your thoughts, and thanks for coming to the episode of Money Mania with Enfuce.
Thank you as well.